Hi, this is Da and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to talk about my favorite tools in Photoshop that make drawing so much easier. These aren't tools where you have a finished painting in one click. You still need to have some specific knowledge. But this feature do make the process at least a little bit easier. But before the video starts, I will ask you to like this video so that my video can reach more people. Thank you very much in advance. I will start with blend modes first. You will find them under layers, under the slider, where you probably see the word normal. Personally, I use multiply most often for shading, liner dodge for highlights, and color for changing color. But try them all out for yourself. They are the same modes that you will find with brushes. Here. Only here you can apply them to the entire layer. In the video, you can see how I shade part of the face using the gray color and multiplied blending mode. With the liner dodge, watch out for the color burn through. Next, we have layer mask. You can find it, for example, under this little icon at the bottom. When you click it, it will create a mask for the layer you have selected. You will see this white rectangle appear next to the layer. The mask works on a simple principle. Anything that's white, you can see, and anything that's black, you can see. The advantages of this is that if you want to remove something, you don't have to delete it right away. You can put it in the mask. If you decide to go back to it later, you don't have to redraft the part of the image. You simply unmask it. I also use clipping mask. You create this by either creating a new layer and using Alt to click on the gap between the layer and the layer below it. This will also change your mouse button. By doing so, you have made this layer a layer that is pinned to the one below it. What does this mean? If I now take, for example, the red color, even if I drag the brush over the layer under it, it's not visible. I'm only drawing in the shape of the character that I have defined in the layer below that, so I don't have to find the exact shape again. I also use warp. Unfortunately, it's not the warp engine from Star Trek, but on the one hand, it's not that far off in the larger sense. You can find it in Edit, Transform, Warp. Alternatively, when you transform layer, right-click and select Warp. This allows you to warp the selected layer. For example, the shape, a texture of clothing, to adjust the poor drawing part, etc. For quick corrections, Liquify is great, which you can find in Filter, Liquify. I personally use the first tool most often, but to be sure to try the others too. This one allows you to quickly adjust the parts of the image that you would otherwise have to tediously draft. For example, I want a different nose shape quickly without complicated engraving. No problem. And it's done. The last two tools are for quick image checking, which I use constantly while painting. I have them set up on two of my edge buttons on my tablet, and I recommend that you do too. The first one is Flip Horizontal, and you can find it in View, Flip Horizontal. It's not the same as flipping a painting via Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. Here, only the preview is flipped, but the painting remains the same, so it's computationally faster. What is this good for when in drawing, you ask? To check for errors. By flipping the canvas over, it's the same as looking through a mirror in traditional painting. Your brain sees the image as a completely new painting, and you can see mistakes faster. It's the same as when you finish a painting in the evening, look at it in the next morning, and suddenly see all the mistakes. So, it's good to have this preview right at hand and rotate it as often as possible while painting. I recommend setting up your own keyboard shortcut. I have it on Ctrl+D, but it's up to you. You set your keyboard shortcuts in Edit, Keyboard Shortcuts, Application Menus, View, and here flip horizontal here. And the last tool for quick error checking is proof colors, which I have set to black and white profile. Being able to view the image in black and white makes it easier to keep the values correct. This tool is primarily for graphic designers who use this to check color output in print, but we can also use it for drawing. But first, you need to set the black and white mode. You do this in View, Proof Setup, Custom, Device to Simulate, and here select for example .gain 10%. As with the previous function, I have my own keyboard shortcut, Ctrl+Y, but you can add your own. You change it in the same place as last time, only you find proof colors. Previously, I saw this be creating new layer where I put the color mode, however it's more tedious. However, the biggest advantage is not the speed, but the fact that realistically the colors are not black and white. Photoshop just showed them to you that way. This means that if you pick up the color with eyedropper, it's not in a shade of gray, but it has its color preserved. So you can paint over some small thing in this mode without losing any color or without accidentally editing greater image. Then, when you turn the mode off, you have the original colors again. And it's great. Okay, it's all. Thank you very much for watching the video to the end. If you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And if you want to know more secret tips that will make you paint like a pro, or just want to support me, then join my Patreon. You can find the link in the video description. And if you like to decorate your room with one of my paintings, you can buy it on my website, whose address is also in the description. I will be looking forward to seeing you eventually. See you later!